All right, guys. How are you doing? Welcome to 1265 Unfiltered, our very first episode ever. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Adam. I'm a diehard Packers fan, as big as they come. And yeah, I've been a fan since the early 2000s actually. I live in Chicago, which is funny enough. I When I was small, I was brought to a lot of Bears games. Well, not a lot, I'd say like 5. But then my dad's brother, who I spent a lot of time in Wisconsin because my whole entire dad's family lives there, and I spent my whole life hunting and with him and fishing and just doing all the things they do in Wisconsin. But yeah, I mean, he's like, "Hey, man, you want to go to a Packer game?" And I was like, "Sure." When I was a kid, and funny enough, again, it was in the early 2000s, and Brett Favre was the quarterback at the time. It was a preseason game against Seattle. Brett Favre did play in that game, I think for only like a half. But yeah, from that point on, man, the culture, the vibes, just everything, man, that you guys know about loving about Green Bay. It's just different there, man. The family vibes, everyone's so nice to you. It's just a party, man. It's awesome. And I just fell in love from there, man. I've been just a massive diehard from that point in time. And living in Chicago, it is fun giving everyone shit. As much as they like to give me shit, funny thing is about that, I wanted to get into my first point was, lately on social media, I've been seeing Bears fans say Caleb Williams owns the Packers. Because I saw a post on Instagram about how who's better between Caleb Williams and Jordan Love. And I was like, that's not, that is not up for debate. I'm sorry. Caleb has really proved himself lately. And obviously the playmaking ability is there. I mean, man, that play to go to overtime, in the divisional round was pretty insane. But I mean, he's got great playmaking ability. He's been that way since USC, but he's just not Jordan Love, man. I mean, the stats show it. I mean, everything about it. He's just not Jordan Love, dude. And then some guy in the comments of this post was like, yeah, Caleb owns Green Bay or whatever. And I'm sitting there like, dude, he's beaten Jordan once. Like, I'm like, the records don't favor each other, dude. And he's like, well, uh, well, maybe if Jordan can close a game out and not put his head down when he's getting sacked to brace for himself, I'm like, what? I'm like, that's your argument right now. But whatever. I'm sitting here like, dude, what do you want Jordan to do? He threw for almost 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks. What else do you want from him? He doesn't need to close the game. He did his job. Our defense needs to get a stop in the fourth quarter. We cannot give up 20 points in the fourth quarter. It's absolutely ridiculous. Three missed field goals. I mean, God, all of us Packer fans know how bad our special teams has been for over a decade now. I don't understand why we can't figure it out other than getting rid of Rich Bisaccia. But either way, I mean, they got to do better at getting guys on this roster that will be better on special teams. They have not made that a precedent at all. And we really need to figure that out because it is just absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, we just really, I'm going to get into that actually because that's part of like one of the things I want to get into with like this whole Matt LaFleur thing. I am a fan of Matt LaFleur. I want to keep Matt LaFleur. I don't really think there was a lot of coaching options that would outbeat him right now. I mean, other than obviously the play calling ability, the intelligence on offense, all of that. Like, yes, I get he gets conservative sometimes. I get that, and it's bitten him in the ass, and I don't like it either. I mean, frankly, we got to figure that out. But I don't think everything about Matt LaFleur. I don't think the results in the playoffs or just the results of the seasons has all been down to Matt LaFleur. Um, I mean, so many people were like, "Oh, three straight seasons in the 7 seed." It's like, first of all, we need to stop doing that as Packer fans. We have to stop doing that because we all are well aware that the last 2 seasons. I mean, Jordan started playing 3 seasons ago. That was our rebuilding year. right? Everyone's like, we're rebuilding, yada, yada, whatever. We just happened to be a team that was a little better than expected, right? Then the second year, we're still rebuilding. We're better, but we're not ready to win. Like, no, I mean, come on. We all were like, yeah, maybe they can get the Super Bowl because they're getting to the playoffs, but like, they were not the team this year. This year's team was the first team since Jordan has taken over that was actually ready. It's a Super Bowl team. It really is. I mean, as much as you guys want to argue, we were plagued by injuries. Like, it was like some of those years with Aaron Rodgers when we went into the playoffs against the 49ers and stuff, or even when we played the Eagles last year, and just plagued by injuries, man, especially once we got into that Eagle game. I mean, God, by halftime, half the team went out. And I know injuries aren't the excuse, next man up. I get that mentality, but at the same time, when you lose the amount of starters and star players that this team lost in this year, you know what I mean? Like, when you lose Micah, when you lose Devontae Wyatt, when you lose Elton Jenkins, when you lose, all the Tucker Craft, all the people that we lost, not just to for the year, but also like the minor injuries. Josh Jacobs not being the same. Zach Tom was never really the same. Pretty much everyone was hurt if they weren't completely out, and like everyone that we did lose for the season was major impact players for us. Like, that's my point. Is like, yeah, injuries may not be an excuse, but when you lose that many people, that many starters, and that many key players to your roster, you're not the same team anymore. Like, we really need to like come to terms with that. Like, again, yeah, injuries are not an excuse, but like, again, when it gets to a certain point, it kind of has to be talked about because you're no longer the team of advertised. Like, it's like that the second time the Bears beat the Packers, and they're sitting there like, they first of all, again, barely beat us. Like, if Romeo Dobbs caught that freaking ball on the onside kick, we wouldn't even be talking about this right now. But at the same time, it's like, y'all barely beat us with our dude, literally our C team was out there. Jordan Love wasn't even out there. He was out there for a quarter and a half. Like, to me, if your starting quarterback goes out alone, let alone any of the other injuries that we're talking about here, but even if your starting quarterback comes out of a game, your franchise quarterback, the credibility, I'm sorry, to me, the credibility of that win is just not at the same level anymore. Like, how can you sit there? Like, if I'm a Bears fan, I even told Bears fans this. I'm like, how can you sit there and just feel like so good that, ooh, rah, rah, they're sitting there like chanting, like, F, the Packers like they always do when they're walking out of their stadium. It's funny how rent free we live in their heads, but it's just, how can you feel that good? You know what I mean? Because, like, as a Packers fan, like back when Rodgers was on the team and like say we played Tom Brady and the Patriots, right? If Tom didn't play, if Gronk didn't play, if their starting center didn't play, their starting D tackle didn't play, their starting DN didn't play, their starting free safety didn't play, let alone, like I said, just Brady and Gronk alone, let alone anyone else. If we beat them, I'm not sitting here as a Packer fan like, yeah, we beat the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, on paper, you beat the Patriots, but you didn't really beat the Patriots. You didn't beat the people that you wanted to beat that give you the credibility of that win. Like, that's how I would feel if I was a Bears fan. You know what I mean? How can you sit there and just be like, yeah, we beat the Packers and just feel super good about it? And it's just like, dude, you didn't even beat our B team. We were our B team. We were like our B minus team before Jordan went out in that game. We were our B plus team, probably an A minus because Micah Parsons was still in. I was going into the Denver game. Going into the Denver game, we're probably our A minus team. After that, we're our B team. And then Jordan goes out. And yes, I know our backup, we probably have the best backup in the league, but still, he's not Jordan, dude. He's not throwing for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns and no picks. Like, yes, he's looked really good in some games. I love Malik Willis. Don't get that wrong. But any of these people who are sitting here saying that he's better than Jordan Love, you're wild. You're absolutely wild. I love Malik, but he's just not Jordan Love, dude. Sorry, drink break. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know how people feel that good about those wins. And so yeah, I mean, my whole point is like that's why I don't want to get rid of Matt LaFleur. I mean, I'm glad we extended him. I can't imagine. I mean, the only person I would even consider that was on the market is John Harbaugh. But at the same time, then I'm not a fan of getting a new coach when you're in the middle of a Super Bowl window, which we're in. We're in. Our roster is a Super Bowl winning roster. The team that was going into Denver or prior to that, even especially with Tucker Kraft, right? And I'm talking after Tucker Kraft. That was a Super Bowl caliber roster before we went into Denver and like 5 people went down. And if you don't think so, you're crazy. I'm sorry. You just are. But I don't know how you could feel otherwise. But if you get rid of Matt, you're losing not only one of the best offensive coordinators in the league or play callers, his entire system. His other staff's going to go with it, right? They bring a new head coach in, they got to hire all new people. So you're in the middle of a Super Bowl window and you're sitting here thinking we now have to implement a whole new culture, a whole new system, offensive system, defensive system, everything. Because you think like even if they brought up Jeff Hafley, yes, now he's with the Miami Dolphins, but if they got rid of Matt and were like, Hafley, you're the head coach now. He has to now bring in an offensive coordinator. And these guys need to now learn this whole new system. Like I don't want to see you're losing an entire year of your Super Bowl window because, yeah, can a coach come in and have success and possibly win a Super Bowl year one? Yes. But the chances of that are so slim because guys need to now learn verbiage, all the stuff, all the plays, verbiage, audibles, all the things. They need to learn the entire new system, especially with these young guys. All these young guys are finally like out of their first, second year, they're finally getting Matt LaFleur's system more to a T. And it's like, you know what I mean? How are you going to mess that up in the middle of a Super Bowl win? Unless you really believe you're one of those people that believes like, no, they're not winning with Matt. I personally think that's kind of crazy. I think he's definitely a good enough coach. Yes, I know you feel like there's some questions of if they're soft or not and whatever, they get punched in the mouth. I don't know about that because I've seen games where that hasn't affected them. Yes, sometimes it has, but at the same time, all coaches mess up, man. Like, I think Bill Belichick didn't screw up. You think like any of these goated coaches never screw up games? Like, we need to like chill out a little bit. Like, we're not the experts like that. Like, we really don't know. There's no way you're going to sit here and think we just bring someone in and it's just butterflies and rainbows because that's just crazy to think, dude. It just is. I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't know. That's just my take on that. But moving on. Speaking of Michael Parsons, finalist defensive player of the year. I mean, already living up to his contract. Dude didn't even play the whole season and he had double digit sacks and was just wreaking havoc, dude. Just wreaking havoc. I know I said that funny. That is a little weird. Sorry. I'm still thinking about before I started this podcast here, I cracked a beer open and it was out in the garage, so it was kind of cold. It's like -8 out right now in Chicago, but I cracked it and it's just foam went everywhere. I thought I had it sitting long enough on the counter, and that was just not the case. Started going everywhere. I tried to save all the equipment here, but it's still on my mind. But yeah, I mean, dude, man, Micah living up to I love him already, dude. He's insane to watch. Like I know we talked about him on Dallas. Everyone did, like how insane he was, but dude, the motor on that guy is just insane. Absolutely insane. It's so incredible to watch. I can't believe he's on our team. And yeah, dude, just absolutely insane. But another thing I did want to touch on is we need to get more corners, man. Like we need to talk about our defense. Like I was talking about, they need to get a stop in the fourth quarter. I know we have injuries, but I love Keyshawn and like some of the other corners we have. Hobbs did not live up to the hype. I mean, he's been hurt all year, but I don't know, man. We need to. I like Valentine. I like our corners, but we need to get another guy. If we want to win a Super Bowl, because the point is like we're like relying on our pass rush to get there, and with Micah in there, it is, and it's like it's making them throw the ball faster, which is helping our corners cover. We have really good safeties. Our safeties are great, but like our corners are good. They're not great. We can't rely on our pass rush to just keep the time that they need to throw the ball short. Like, we just can't have that. Like, yes, yeah, if we got our guys, it works, but we need guys that can hold when Micah is out. And hopefully he plays the entire season next year. Like, I was even thinking, say the Packers got to the Super Bowl this year. Don't you think that would have been weird to like win the Super Bowl or be in the Super Bowl without Micah Parsons? I just think that would have been so weird. Like, how we can like I would have felt so bad like that we did that, we won without him. I mean, yeah, he helped us get there, but like I don't know. I think that would have been super weird. That's just my opinion, but yeah, I mean, I think if we can draft some corners or sign somebody, we need to get a little bit more O line. I think Jordan Morgan has been so inconsistent. Elton Jenkins needs to take a step up. Like he's been great, but even before he got hurt this year, he was okay. Sean Ryan looked just as good. I'm pretty sure PFF has him pretty close to the same. Zach Tom is our only standout alone. Rasheed Walker seemed not as good this year as he's been. Hopefully he can have a bounce back year. I don't know if they're gonna re-sign him. I think they need I think his contract's up, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna have to check that again, or it's up in a year. I know they're talking about an extension with him or something, but I don't know if he's gonna earn that this year. Like his PFF numbers and the eye test he was all right. He wasn't what he was doing last year or the year before. But yeah, I mean, we need to figure out some O line help. I'm fine with our receivers. I don't know if they're gonna re-sign Romeo Dobbs. I like Romeo. I think our only issue at receivers, we need to play Matthew Golden more, man. That play he made in in the Bears game. Oh my god. I mean, some of the plays he made in general, he's just always making plays. We did not use him enough, man. But like that in that play in the Bears game, I know our heads are all spinning about that we should have used him more because man, what a play. Dude's jumping guys, breaking tackles, spinning off dudes for touchdown like crazy. Like that the what he could do after the catch is just clearly there. Like, I don't want to hear about the size, like obviously the speed, but like it's there. You saw it with that. You've seen it other than that, but that was just the beginning of what we're going to see out of him, I think. Like we need to use him more and I think we're going to. We should get another receiver if we don't re-sign Romeo Dobbs. I think Christian Watson, Matthew Golden, Jaden Reed, like we have enough guys if they stay healthy to win the Super Bowl. Like we have enough guys to stretch the field. We have enough guys to come out of the slot. I think it'll work. It will 100% work. Yeah, would I like them to go sign some big name free agent? Yeah, but that's only if like they don't sign Romeo Dobbs, then you can like fit him perfectly into that spot as your ex receiver, or I should say your yeah, he's not the Z receiver, he'd be your ex receiver, but either way, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm super excited about next year. I hope you guys are too. But yeah, I mean, this is they need to stay healthy. Point blank, they need to stay healthy. But yeah, I don't know what you guys think with it, but going back to the Rich Bisaccia thing, that's the one thing that we need to change. I know we've been saying it, but we really need to figure that out because it's just not work, man. Even he made him the highest paid special teams coach, I believe, a few years, but it was like his second or third year. It was like his third year as our coach, and it went from like 30 something or 28 to 26. He brought it up to 26th in the league, and he got a massive extension. And it's just like, why? Just because Matt likes the guy, they're friends, he thinks he's a good coach, but clearly the results haven't been there. Like, even the kicking situation this year, like last year, McManus looked amazing. I know for a long time this year, he uh he was injured and they were not using him right there. But man, why are we plagued by special teams, man? It always seems we get into the playoffs or like a big game and special teams just shits the bed. Just effing shits the bed, man. I'm sorry. I was gonna say it, but I don't know if I can. But just fucking shits the bed. But yeah, I mean, we even back with Aaron Rodgers, man. Why are we so plagued with that? Like, we can have a complete Super Bowl team, and special teams just sucks. But I don't know. We got to figure that out for sure. But yeah, the 3 missed field goals, man. That that's been haunting me. I know. Again, not any one thing loses you a game. I completely understand that. But man, if he makes one of those, he left 7 points on the board. If he makes one field goal, even if he made the extra point, we're kicking to tie the ball game there, not Jordan throwing for a touchdown on that last drive. We'd be kicking to tie the game. If he made one of those field goals, we'd be kicking to win the game. It shouldn't even have been there. Like, exactly, I get that, but he missed 3. Missing 1 is one thing, but missing 3? I don't even know how he's still on the team besides the fact that we, you know, paid him big money. But I don't know, man. We got to figure that out for sure. We got to draft some special teamers. And sorry, my internet's being weird, I think. Hopefully I'm not lagging too bad, but yeah, I mean, I want to know what we're going to get for our defensive coordinator. I mean, they're talking. I would like to see Raheem Morris. I would like to see Jim Leonard. I guess they are waiting to talk to Jim Leonard before they hire anyone else. I would like Jim Leonard would be cool. Raheem Morris would be cool. I know they're talking to Cannon from Arizona. I think he had a second interview. I'd have to look a little more into him. I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to look a little more into him. I would like Raheem Morris though, like I said, and Jim Leonard. They already interviewed him last cycle, and I think he turned it down, which is interesting. But now he's on the table. But I don't know. That's weird. I don't think they haven't interviewed Raheem Morris either. But I guess he's Matt's friend. I guess he's like still on the table according to reports, but they haven't interviewed him yet. So I don't know if he's holding out for a possibility for a head coaching job. I don't know. Those are my 2 candidates. I mean, we got to see what they do though. We got to Cannon, they've met twice. So I don't know. I don't know. They got to get that right though, because like I said, we're in a Super Bowl window and they have to get that right if we want to win next year. Like, I don't care. Like, obviously we have a great roster. We have a pretty solid defense minus the whole cornerback spiel that I brought up here, but we should probably get another linebacker now that I'm thinking about it, because who knows about Quay Walker, man? He's so like a hit or miss. Like, some games does really well. In other games, he's just, what the hell was that? You know what I mean? And then Edrin Cooper, I like Edrin Cooper a lot. I think he's really good. He does have some bad games, but he's a young player. He's going to get better. I think he has the potential to be a star if he keeps ascending, but he does need to, with time, he'll get more consistency. Sorry, drink break, but yeah, I mean, I'd love to hear from you guys. Obviously, this is 1265 Unfiltered. This is a podcast off the Off the Scoreboard Network, which is our other page. If you go to Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Off the Scoreboard is our main page. That's where our regular content's at. This is just one of our podcasts. One of our other podcasts is Chasing Goats podcast. You can check that out on YouTube. That's a great podcast about, obviously chasing goats, whether that be about sports, movies, food. There's always topics, there's polls, there's rankings, there's everything you want. We're talking sports and everything. So yeah, go check us out on the socials. And thanks for being here, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching the first episode. If you like it, please come back, tell a friend, subscribe if you like the podcast, and go Pack Go.